I won't tell you his name, but it rhymes with Shmaden Shmuki. Hear me, Shmaden?
Hey there everybody, and welcome to more of the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Dynasty Series Season 2. It's me, Cooper, and today we're going to be talking about Jaden Yuki's Season 2 GX deck, and oh my god, is it interesting because he had too much crap in it. I'm not going to lie, I had to take out so many cards because he had like over 70, and I brought it down to this. And honestly, it's still not a great deck, but we're going to go ahead and take a little look through it while we talk about Jaden Yuki and his first instance of Depressed Jaden. Because in the show, Jaden Yuki's Elemental Hero deck got outmatched by Aster Phoenix. So these Elemental Heroes that he has here failed him. And he was unable to take down Aster Phoenix, even though Aster Phoenix was being kind of a dick. Therefore, Jaden gets a little depressed and realizes he needs to change. He needs to grow. And his first step towards growing comes in the form of Elemental Hero Neos in a weird string of events, a card that he made himself, or just, I don't know. It's weird. It's super weird. The Neo-Spacian cards come into play. They're a different type of hero, and these types of heroes are a lot worse. I'm not gonna lie. The nice thing about them is their contact fusion with Neos. The bad thing about them is the fact that they're so Neos reliant in a time period where it was not that easy to pull off Neos, especially with the cards Jaden was using. He does have cards like Silent Doom. He has cards like Reverse of Neos, which is really funny. He has cards like Common Soul, which does help him. He has Oversoul, which does help. He has Dandylion, which does help. He has, and Hero Merges, which does help. He does have cards to help himself for getting Neos out. But this deck is not very great for Neos. He has an emergency call to search it out, which anybody that gets the Jaden deck, I recommend you search out Elemental Hero Neos in most situations, because the odds of you actually naturally drawing it's going to be hard. I forgot Fake Hero also is pretty good. It is pretty good. But let's go ahead and move on to Jaden's deck. Jaden's deck is a very fusion-heavy deck. Lots of these monsters are contact fusion, but the other half of them are basically fusions that require Polymerization, which he does have, and Fusion Gate, which he does have. His other cards that do help him out are obviously Miracle Fusion and Instant Fusion, cards that he has used before. Overall, though, he's going to have a lot of trouble. The person using this deck is going to have a lot of trouble pulling off the Neos versions of these fusions, especially since no Neo-Space. There were cards I needed to take out, no Neo-Space. You're going to have to make do, alright? Plus, if Neo-Space was right here, that's a 46 card deck. The odds of you having that and the fusion at the same time are insane. Just be happy. If you do summon one of these fusion monsters, it better be to win the duel. I'm not even joking. So let's go ahead and talk about what this deck is good at through the stats of Jaden Yuki, otherwise known as... Alright, so looking at this, we're going to be going in, and yeah, his stats are kind of one-sided as well. I've seen a lot of one-sided people in the early parts of these videos, but Jaden likes one thing really pretty much a lot, and that is his speed stat. It's something he really relies on. He's one of the fastest characters in this game, almost has a perfect speed stat, because he has so much special summon potential, he has so much search potential, and he has so many like draw power potential cards. It's kind of insane. Most of his cards actually have something to do with special summons. Like Neos has something to do with special summons thanks to Oversoul, fusions, contact fusions, all that stuff. Sparkman fusions, Clayman fusions, Silent Doom, whatever its name is. Yeah, Silent Doom. All these cards have applications. Everything here. Necroshade applies for a normal summon without a tribute. Therefore, it's not a special summon, but a low-cost summon. Dark Catapulters for destruction. Ignore that. Bubbleman, special summon. Gran is a tactical card, but whatever. Panther is a funny tactical card. Hummingbird is a stall card. Wroughtweiler is that's a search card, so that counts as speed. And it's just kind of insane. Going into his stats, let's start with attack stat. He's kind of below average. Jaden's monsters are kind of ass. Neo's is good. Bladeedge is good. His Necroshade kind of brings him down, being a tribute monster with only 16 attack. Sparkman at 16 being one of his best attackers really brings him down. Like, other than Sparkman, the only other good attacker is Card Trooper. And Card Trooper loses its attack the second you end your turn, so not too good. Overall, his deck is not very good when it comes to damage, unless you could pull off the fusions. The fusions are good. Bubbleman's good for defense. When it comes to attack stat, I would say Thunder Giant is really good, really solid. The Neo-Spacian fusions are all at 2500, so they're all really solid. Shining Flare Wingman, really solid. Tempest, amazing. And of course, Electrum, great. Just an amazing card when it comes to attack stat. But overall, Jaden is below average in terms of attack due to the average of all of his monsters. His speed stat, way above average because everything here is search or special summon, basically. Almost every single thing. Special summon, search. Special summon. That's not it. Special summon. Special summon. Special summon. Damage. Special summon. Special summon. Search. Special summon. Special summon. Special summon. Special summon. Special summon. Draw power. Special summon. Search. All of his deck does it. He's almost perfect because there are people in this series that have basically perfect search and deck. I can't believe he's not perfect, but Jaden Yuki is incredible. And honestly, he's going to be one of the best characters when it comes to getting cards you really want. When it comes to skill, he's also pretty amazing because a lot of his fusions apply to the skill stat. He has Spell Striker, which can attack directly, which applies to the skill stat because direct attacks count as a different form of damage. On top of that, it also is immune to battle damage, therefore, it's a stall card. Flare Wingman. Burn. Steam Healer, stall. Necro Shaman, technically stall. Attack directly Mariner. Most of these cards are skill based, which is why he actually does get an average skill stat because they have some burn involved, they have some heal involved, they have some stall involved. A lot of his cards do. Winged Kuriboh, stall. Simple as that. Very easy. Dandylion, stall, and special summon. Very easy. Spell Striker, attacking directly and stall. Very easy. Card Blocker technically can be considered stall, but Card Blocker and Card Trooper will actually apply to a different stat, so we'll ignore those for now. Let's go ahead and move into the defense stat. Defense stat, kind of simple. He's got Clayman and Card Blocker. That's about it. His defense is not that great. I guess technically Hero Ring kind of helps, but his defense stat is not that great. Most of his monsters, other than Bubbleman, I gotta give him credit. Bubbleman, big tank, real good. 3000 defense, beautiful. Jaden Yuki, amazing. I'm glad you have that. But most of these cards are the reason he went through depression. Anything that's Elemental Hero Fusion, because they just weren't good enough, he had to move into the Neo-Spacians, which look really cool. I mean, Neos is a really cool looking card, but goddamn, these cards are not great. It's not good enough. In fact, this deck might be weaker than his season. Nah, it's probably not weaker. He has too many good spells and traps than his season 1 deck. He also has the new Skyscraper 2 Hero City. I believe drawn by Chumley himself, just for Jaden, which is also good for special summons. Overall, I would say his skill stat's great, defense stat's not too great. His luck stat does apply because he does have some luck-based cards. Card Blocker and Card Trooper are cards that throw cards away from the top of your deck. He has cards that apply with that. He has Dandylion. He has cards that apply with that. He has Warrior Returning Alive. He has Miracle Fusion. Some luck will actually help this deck quite a lot. So therefore, he does have luck-based cards. He has Neo-Spacian Glow Moss, which is luck-based. He has probably something else. Hummingbird's more based on how many cards your opponent has. But he does have some other stuff. So overall, his deck is actually pretty well luck-based. It's not the worst when it comes to that. When it comes to brick, that's where we run into some problems. Because even though a lot of these monsters aren't bricks, not like last time, like these cards, not bricky. Bricky, not bricky. None of the rest of these cards are bricky. That's great. And some of them are even anti-brick. He has 2 polys, which can be bricky. He has Miracle Fusion, which can be bricky. Insta Fusion isn't. Let's see, what else can be bricky? Our Righteous Justice requires something. It can be bricky. Silent Doom definitely is bricky. Warrior Returning Alive, it can be bricky because not all of his deck is warriors anymore because he does have something like Glow Moss. He has Grand Mole. He has Dark Panther. He has all these stuffs. Hero Merges, that's a luck-based card, actually. And it can be bricky. Skyscraper 2 can be bricky. Fusion Gate can be bricky. So definitely Reverse of Neos. That is a brick card. 100% a brick card. And this one, not so bad. Not so bad. This one's not bricky. Overall, though, his deck is pretty damn bricky this season, I'm sorry to say. And because of that, looking at Jaden's overall potential for winning the tournament, I'm sorry. Jaden can't. I love this deck. It's just, everyone that's ever made it far in the tournament and has won tournaments is obviously had one thing. They were consistent. If your brick stat's too low, it lets me know you're not consistent enough. And it's not just the brick stats. Sometimes your other stats just don't help either. And it's just, Jaden requires too many specific monsters to make specific monsters. And his deck is just a little too big. And I cut it down from 70 cards. So overall, his chances of winning the tournament, I'm going to give his potential 2 stars. 2 stars. Not great. Not a tournament winner. But maybe somebody that plays like crazy and has a really good lucky day can make it all the way and get Jaden that championship. But overall, I'm going to say Jaden is not a tournament contender. If you really want to try out the Jaden deck, let me know. Follow me on Discord, and I'll be like, oh, cool, at least I know somebody likes Jaden. But overall, I preferred him when he had just Elemental Heroes. I think Neos is cool. I don't think the Neo-Spacians are cool. I think they're kind of meh. So that's going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed, please remember to like and subscribe. We're trying to make it to 15K subs. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one when we get to find out who else is going to be in this tournament. Because there's going to be a lot of randos that you probably don't remember from the show. Bye-bye.